And I'm Rory.
And I'm Orlando.
And you're watching ESS Connect. This is part 2.
Port Royal's Hidden Treasures. Here with us today, we have Bookie, Port Royal's very own.
I've known Bookie for the past 10 years of my life. Bookie is a fisherman, he's a weatherman. Bookie's a man for all seasons. Bookie, tell us about this place.
Yeah, this is the place where they call Smuggler's Cove. Back in the days where the pirate them used to come through and hide off them stuff. It's like a small channel from the main channel. And now today we call it Lover's Lane, where we take all the tourists and think through it, they can see the beauty of it. And no one else can carry through here but me, you know.
So Bookie, this was a smuggling. What do you mean it's a smuggler around here, sir?
Back in the days, the pirate them used to smuggle like gun and ammunition, all kind of different contraband, just to avoid the wet name, the law on the other side. So they use it as a shortcut route, you know.
So what exactly do they use it for today?
Right now we use it like a fish sanctuary. This is where all the fish then come in and lay their eggs and things like that, and it's like an oyster's bed. So we Port Royal people keep it protected, and the people from the university, you know.
Practically at Lime Key. We'll be touching land in another couple seconds. As you can see, Chin is terrified of the water. Sorry him come out here, but he had to do it.
It's been a bumpy ride though, but we're here safely thanks to Bookie. But Orlando has a little pointers for you guys.
Point 1, when you come into Lime Key, come early in the morning. Around midday this time, wind, high waves, real bumpy.
It only take an experienced boatman to carry us here safe. So we're here finally, guys.
Welcome to Lime Key. This is one out of 7 keys, and this is the most famous keys out here. Back in the days, they used to have the most notorious guy named Reagan. So they act a movie after him that's called How Did They Come? And right now it's so famous and nice that everybody come out here and enjoy themselves. To snorkel, fishing, you can have party out here, you know, wedding, anything you want to do out here, as long as it's something to do with you.
So Bookie, how long does it take from Port Royal to get here?
It depends on the weather. If the sea is rough, it's about 10 minutes, 10-11 minutes. If the sea is flat, it's about 6-7 minutes.
Well guys, if you come to Port Royal, you have to come to Lime Key. If you come into Lime Key, you book it.
I'm the right person. about 35 years now.
What kind of fish you catch?
Mostly like snapper, jack, kingfish, barracuda.
How far you normally go to fish?
As far as you can see land. Sometime, you know, yeah.
Like how much miles away from that?
Well, to judge it by the miles, maybe about 20-25 miles.
Far. So
Yeah,
what kind of method do you use to fish? It's cage?
No, we in PortRoyal, we usually use like hook and line mostly, you know.
Hook and line?
Yeah.
And you catch a whole bunch of fish for that?
Yeah, we catch a lot of fish.
You can catch some?
200-300 pounds a night. Depends, you know.
So you said fish pot and them something?
No, we don't use a little fish pot thing, you know. It's like mostly like Greenwich Farm. Them kind of fish.
When you get the fish, like, you normally sell the fish then?
And we mostly sell like Gloria's. And sometimes you have some other vendor come from in the Kingston and thing, you know.
So you normally sell fish to Gloria's? You sell like, you normally catch like lobster and shrimp and something?
Yeah, all that. So Gloria restaurant keep it fresh every time, you know.
Oh, so most of the catch go down to Gloria's?
Right away, yeah.
Okay,
So from the sea to the pot.
yeah, so nice.
Yeah, man.
Catch shreds.
Have you ever encountered any dangers outside?
No, not really. More than sometime you have more time you're bringing in a fish, you have a big shark might come off of the fish. Lick against the boat, thing like that, and splash water on you.
Oh,
So anybody from outside can come in and fish?
Not really, like it depends, you know. You can come and throw your line around the beach, you know, and try to catch a dinner fish or two, you know. But like commercial, we're coming with big boats and things like that. We're not going to allow it because it's not even enough fish for we, you know.
so in other words, you normally regulate to come in regarding commercial because you want to protect the fish.
Yeah, and not only we, even the government too.
Yeah, that's so logical. What regarding the boat though, you normally use like small boats, large boats. What kind of boat you use for fish?
Now the size like this is like a 28 footer
That's
and with a
average
40 horsepower engine.
That's a regular size.
Regular size.
And you use your boat or you use other people's boat?
Yeah, I use my boat and it's like versivice, you know, because most of the people I'm in PortRoyal is like family.
Okay.
So it come like you can just jump in the boat and use any boat you want.
So everybody is have a close relationship like that.
Uh-huh.
And so good. So like a good family.
Yeah, man, that's how it is here, you know. We all family, majority of it is like family, and it's a reason they call it PortRoyal too, because most of us is like, it's like a royal thing, you know. Most of us like family, you know.
That's true.
Yeah, man.
And is fishing the only source of income for Bouquet?
No, I do all kind of thing, you know. You know, I do painting, you know, construction work, anything at all, you know, as long as the money right with me, you know.
So fisherman, weatherman, construction, painter, all rounder.
Yes, sir. But to tell you the truth, my life is mostly on the sea. I like the sea, you know.
You like the ocean?
Yeah, that is number one for me, you know.
So you're a man for all seasons, a man who loves the ocean.
Yes, sir.
That's Bouquet for you.
Yes, sir.
From the sea to the pot.
On ESS.
Stay connected.
We're presently at Gloria's. It's been around for the past 30 years.
Gloria's, as the name suggests, was first owned by Gloria Prowl, and she handed it down to her children. There are currently 2 Gloria's in PortRoyal. Bottom Gloria and Upper Gloria.
So join us.
We have had an exciting day today, so don't forget to
Like, subscribe to ESS.
connect, stay connected.